This episode is brought to you by Flow Roll Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and MMA. You can go to Facebook and you can find them at Flow Roll Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and MMA, and you can also find them on Instagram at Flow Roll BJJ. He's located at 9962 Prospect Avenue, Studio F, Santee, California 92071. You can also call him at 619 415 5305. So the man running the joint is Ricky Nunez. He's a really good dude. He's been a friend of mine. He stopped by the podcast and done a couple shows, and I just had a blast with this dude. And you can really tell the passion he has for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, self-defense, and mixed martial arts and martial arts in general. He has about 16 years of grappling experience, Jeet Kune Do experience, all of that combined, and it really, really shows in his teaching. He has kids classes, he has women's self-defense classes. He's actually doing a tournament this weekend, so I hope all of you guys go check him out. Flow Roll Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA on Facebook, and at Flow Roll BJJ on Instagram. Again, 9962 Prospect Avenue, Studio F, Santee, California, 92071. You can get a hold of him, 619 415 5305. Thanks, Flow Roll, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Hey everybody, it's your boy Big Daddy Dominic Alvarez, and welcome to part 2 of the emotional roller coaster episode with Santee Mao. Now, I want to put a little bit of a disclaimer on this before I let you guys hear. Santee asked me to get a little bit uncomfortable or a little bit vulnerable, I guess you could say, and I did. Now, I told him a story of what was going on in my life last year, a couple of family issues, as everybody has some once in a while, and what I did to kind of either help it or not help it. You just have to listen to the show. So I did what I could. I told Santee the story. He kind of called me out on it, and to be 100% honest, I had to take out about 5 or 6 minutes worth of the episode. And to be 100% fair to you guys and Santee, I kept a lot more in the episode that I actually wanted to take out. I actually wanted to take out about a good 10 to 12 minutes worth of the show. But I didn't think that was fair to you guys, and I don't think that was fair to our guest, Santee. He asked me to be vulnerable, and I wouldn't give it to him, and finally he coaxed me into it, and I was like, or I don't know, I think coaxed might be a little harsh, but, he wanted me to, and he kind of, he got me there, okay? So he wanted me to tell the story, and I did it. So, a little bit of regret on my end, but I am going to respect my family's privacy and those who went through the little bit of drama we went to. So what you guys are going to hear is, him kind of, doing what Santee does for his students or his friends, and it's going to cut, and you'll hear the very end of us kind of evaluating how I handled it, or just the aftermath, I guess, you know what I mean, and my perception of it. So that's what you guys are gonna see, and I hope you guys understand. I just wanted to protect my family's privacy a little bit, because every family has issues as usual, and I'm not asking that I'm special or anything. In due time, I will tell the story when I know how to tell it a little better, with respecting people's privacy a little better, and when the wounds aren't as fresh. So I guarantee you, I promise, you have my word, I will tell it in due time. When it's correct, I will tell it. But for now, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to respect my family's privacy, and but I want to keep the integrity of the show. I hope I don't disappoint you guys or lose any of the listeners or anything, but trust me, I kept in a lot more than I actually wanted to. But again, to be fair to Santee, our guest, he asked something of me, and I felt obligated to deliver, and I did. But again, I took about 5 to 6 minutes out of so because I got a little too specific with the details, instead of keeping on track with keeping anonymous names, or just using numbers or whatever I did at the time. So thanks to everybody for listening. I really, really enjoy you guys downloading and commenting on SoundCloud, on Facebook, on Instagram, on everywhere. You know, I really appreciate you guys. Mike does too. You know, kudos to Mike for, you know, I talked to him about it, and he had my back 100% of what I wanted to do, and he just said, you know, just do what you got to do and all that stuff. So thank you, Mike, for being a great partner of the show and a life partner. But thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you understand. Again, in due time, I will tell it again. So here is part 2 of the emotional roller coaster with Si Alce VMO.
So in what I see in what you're trying to do, I don't know what you're trying to do. But all I'm saying is there's a difference in just being that person or the one that everybody looks at as a joker, or there's a difference between that and having the real talent to make and change the world. And when I say the world, it just means the person next to you, to make them look at life a little bit different, make them challenge their mind to grow so that they can live. Because life is not all about the giggles, right? Giggles and laughter is part of us, part of the living, part of the process. But in that process of living, we have to get up here, and we have to have certain people in our lives that can actually get the mind going. And if you have the power to sit here and make people listen to you, and it doesn't matter who it is, empower them. Empower them with information that can make them grow and make an impact in their life to change the person next to them or change the person that's listening, and not always about the cracker. Yeah. But that's a choice that you have to make as a podcaster.
And the way I perceived what Siasi was saying is it wasn't about you being a father. He thinks you're a great father, but it was he thinks that you're also amazing here.
Yes.
And if you can be more amazing, he's trying to inspire you. Still be that teacher that inspired you to be who you helped you be who you are today.
Because you are that person. Yeah. You are that person behind the mic. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Put that aside. Or let's continue with that one. You are awesome in what you do because that's you. Yeah. Be the Superman on this mic that changes the world, that changes the person next to you, behind you, in front of you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That still happens. But if you can inspire, if you can use this mic to inspire those that are listening, then you become that for that next person that would come back, make that call or make that email to you and say, thanks for saying that. Thanks for standing up for me when I needed to. Instead of just, F you, have a drink, F you, ha, 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 I'm Big Daddy, right?
Big crappy.
No, I'm with you on that.
Once again,
and that's fine.
But it just depends on what kind of listeners you want in your life. And the way that you deliver yourself, in my head, the people that's going to watch you are not people that are intellectual.
Okay.
Right?
No, yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
But what's actually people listening are people that has nothing else in life and they can't get anything out of anything else. Because it's jokes. It's fun, good times.
Yeah.
And it doesn't empower anybody.
Well, hold on. And say there's a little more because you got to actively listen to the podcast to kind of really understand. Like they go into some detail and things about things that occur into their lives that they're like, hey, well, this is a great topic to discuss that other people might want to, understand our perspectives because everything's a perspective, but also to, maybe I can enlighten people by being well prepared on the topics.
And we also bring up situations or topics that we're unsure of. Like, like the whole women's march. We put it out there like we don't know we're not on top of the knowledge with this certain situation. Please enlighten us. Let us know something. You know, we're touching people out there that are kind of in the same situation. Or they have the same, you know.
So what I'm saying to you guys, that what you're doing, it's not wrong.
Right.
I'm just saying that you could have that cape on to better yourself and better other people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And like, I respect that, and I really appreciate what you're telling us and how you see us as our potential, you know. But I'll just be honest. I've never thrown on a cape. I've never asked to. I've never wanted to. Just last year, the cape in my own family, my own blood family, was thrown on me.
Gotcha.
And I fucking hated it. And you know what? I got nothing from it. I was like, cool.
Why
I fixed what I needed to fix, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll see you Christmas.
What happened?
No, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to. No, that's no. But no, no, I'm not going to talk about it. But something happened, and nobody was stepping up. Everybody was being selfish, and I'm like, okay, I'll make this unselfish. Then I'm going to do this unselfish act to make something kind of right. And then
so you actually contributed to your family, and not a cape. You took on the cape.
The metaphorical cape
gotcha.
we're talking about.
We're talking. So actually, you helped the show. Family.
So yes, we're almost elaborating what Trevor says. I've never claimed to put on a cape or anything. This is an outlet, I guess you would say. You know, you take what you want from it.
Gotcha.
You know, and you know, if similar situations, I'm a dad, you're a dad, he's a dad. Trevor cannot relate to this whole dad thing. But if there's a dad out there, it'd be like, oh man, I didn't know that. Or you know what? I'm going through the same shit. I'm going through the same stuff.
Gotcha.
And it's like, cool, you're not alone. And if I can have someone go, okay, I'm not alone here. Gotcha. I felt that too. Then I did my job. Whether it is in that circle of comfort or not. You know, there's a lot of things, like what Mike was saying, like, I didn't know anything about the Women's March, yet it was all over the whatever.
It was all over, yeah.
Ever. So I'm like, I don't know what it's about, but hey, you guys want to clue me in? Go ahead. And wrong information came in. Wow. I elaborated on it. Somebody else said, no, that's wrong. This is right. And I go, oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, you know, now my perspective changed. And that's where I feel a microphone and a show, you have to be accountable for what you say what you are. I'm 100%. This is me. You've known me forever. Yeah. And you've known that I'm that wild card in the pack. Yeah. And it's just like Dominic can do whatever. Just at a moment's notice, he can just go boom, and then it's on or it's off. Never have I ever claimed to want to educate or anything. I'm only going beyond who I am because I'm truly who I am, and I'm very, not to knock it, comfortable with who I am. Kalina's like, dude, you're like, I always have to monitor you. Like, I look across the party and I have to go, what is he saying? He has to be saying something. Yeah, imagine being married to me.
No. Can you imagine that your wife has to go through that? No. Flip. Let's switch the cards.
Sure.
Pretend that you are your wife.
Okay.
And you're looking around the other side, and you're thinking exactly how she's thinking.
I would.
What would it feel like?
I don't know.
What does it feel
again, like? Me being me, I'm like, dude, that's just her. Like she said, she talks about joking about taking off her pants or showing her tits. She has nice tits. What do you want me to say? Like,
did you ever ask your wife?
Oh, dude, all the time. When we go to a bar, I'm like, you better flip that bitch out. So I get a free fucking drink.
Wow.
My own wife. I tell her to do that. I'm like, you better go talk to that tall ass handsome man. I want some free drinks. That's just $10 a pop.
I'm speechless.
I'm very comfortable with myself. I'm comfortable with my wife and our relationship, which makes me, I think, a way better man than I could ever be. Awesome. Because she's like, dude, what do you want? What do you want from Dominic? You know what you're getting into. If I introduce myself and I go, hey, Dom, nice to meet you. And hey, Dom, do you want to go out for drinks later? Nah, probably not. Why? We're probably not going to get close. And I'll tell people that. I'm like, yeah, we're probably not going to be friends. Why? I don't know. I don't want to put that much effort. And then they'll just be like, hey, I appreciate your honesty.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm comfortable with that. And it's just, but other people would be like, you go fuck yourself. I'm like, now I'm interested. now you
let me see.
Now you got me in your net. Like, it's because people are so cordial in this politically correct society that we're in nowadays. You have to be like, I love Hillary. I respect that. You can't just go, well, I don't really agree with her stuff. Or I love Trump. I don't agree with his stuff. That's so wrong. It's so wrong to just have an opinion nowadays. Yeah, it's so wrong to be you.
Your opinion's wrong.
You know what I mean? Yes, I may attract the people that you don't agree with, but man, those people are fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dude, this is just like, it's a bunch of fun. And you know what? Life is going to throw the biggest curveball ever, whether you believe in heaven or hell or this or that. We're going to be not here, okay? That sucks. But I'm going to fill my jar up with a bunch of laughs, maybe a bunch of memories, and a bunch of reminiscing of that.
Gotcha.
No one's going to stop that either.
No, nobody's going to stop that.
And, yes, I'll just say it. I took a little offense to that, but it's the truth, so that's fine. I respect that. And I'm like, I'm not going to say I attract the wrong people, because I have Mike, I have Rich, I have the same people under your tutelage that are still in my life to this day.
No, that's not what I meant. People that are actually listening outside from here, outside
the
zone.
Yeah, maybe I got off.
So I'm not. Yeah, so we're
maybe
talking
I took
about
a little
people.
more offense at that. But
Pull your panties up. You're welcome.
I don't
so
wear
what
panties.
I'm talking about, I don't wear.
Commando.
So what I was referring to people that are actually listening. Out there. And all I'm saying is, when I say the cape, it just means that you're going to step up to the responsibility, not the superhero type of things.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're talking about your family and that you have to wear the cape and you have to take responsibility, isn't that what we live for? To take responsibilities for every single person next to you, especially of blood?
No. No, I disagree wholeheartedly. Okay. I don't live to fix other people's mistakes.
No, you're not fixing. Taking responsibility.
No.
There's a difference in fixing and taking responsibility.
Fine. Call it what you will. I don't live for that. I live to raise my children and my wife. I raise them to be good human beings in life.
Amen.
If other people want to put stuff in their veins or put stuff down their gullet, it has nothing to do with me.
No,
that has
you're
nothing
right.
to do with
you're
my
right.
responsibility.
But once again,
and I'll go so far as to say, even if my children want to go that route, I'll be like, dude, you know that's wrong, and that's not the way I raised you. But what do you want me to say?
But you're contradicting. You do the show to help people get laughs in life, though, too.
Sure, yes.
So you're doing so you're that's contradictory to kind of what you're saying. You do the show for other people that are listening here too, and that you're actually you're fulfilling a purpose in their lives and either making them laugh,
and it
making
goes back
them
to
smile,
what Coach Ricky was saying,
things like that
about doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. We kind of like, if you know Brazilian jiu-jitsu, if you're a trainer or whatever, if you train, you have that kind of responsibility to help other people to defend themselves and to kind of get up on that.
Okay.
So here's something that I was told when I started the studio. The kids are watching you. The kids are watching you. And I said, I don't want that responsibility. I want to be just me. That's me at 25 until I was 40. I want to be just me. Okay. If you want to be just you, just be you. But down the line, when you grow up and you get a certain age where life really hits, and you look back at your life in 10 years behind, in 20 years behind, and what you have done for yourself and for people that you love, you're going to go, oh, I wish I would have done this. Wish I would have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm asking you I'm 46-year-old, and I'm asking you as a 30-some-year-old.
33.
To look, 30-something.
Thank you.
To 30-something-year-old, to try to look a little bit different. Try to look at from somebody, from the 45 or 46-year-old down the line, and what you would do now to kind of, like he talked about, help people that are out there. And going back to what you're talking about your family, you're absolutely right that you don't have any responsibility for them because they're all growing.
Mm-hmm.
But to sit there and do absolutely nothing is doing absolutely nothing.
Yes, I agree with that. But I mean, yes, I did do something, and I'm not saying I made everything correct. I'm just saying I bettered the situation, and it's like, okay, just go to your corners and that's how it was. It really was bad. I was like, just go to your corners and stop talking. I'm like, if you need something, you tell me, and I'll take care of it. And I'll take care of it. And that's how it was, and that's how it's forever going to be until,
That's sad.
It is sad. It is sad.
And it's sad because we're going back, dude. That's all you got for solution. That's your solution to life. Wait. Stop. Don't listen to respond, but I want you to listen to think.
Sure.
That's your solution for adults. You go to your corner, you go to your corner, and when you want something, you come tell me so I can make it happen.
It's pathetic.
Wait, no. You're still not listening. That's your solution to making that happen.
Yeah.
Think about that, and think about your kids. Go sit in the corner until Papa tells you what to do next. And you're doing that to what, 30-year-olds?
But these aren't children, though. These are adults.
Yeah. But you're treating it like they're that age. You're giving a solution of a 5-6-year-old.
I shouldn't have to be... Okay, I'm not even going to talk about this. Okay?
Wait.
No.
Why? Because
Okay,
you're uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable, Dominic? Listen to your inner voice. Yeah, no. Wait. I have zero problem talking about this as he turns his back and walks away.
No. It's not the right thing. Or it's not the best solution that these two parties that comes with, okay?
Gotcha.
But the two parties aren't coming with anything else. When there's nothing else to have, you have to give them something. And it's like, this is what I'm giving you. This is the bridge. If you don't want this bridge, I can absolutely walk away, and I can still go back to my little circle. But no one's ever said not to do it. No one in these two corners have ever said to me, don't stop doing what you're doing.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Very, very interesting.
You know why? Because I know all four of these people's professions. And I'm like, that's pathetic. You guys are in a situation where you all communicate. Very, very weird. Yet you can't. Or you absolutely won't. So that's what you do.
So,
you want to act like a child.
So you
get treated like a child.
Wow.
Go to your corners.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go to your corners.
Gotcha. That's the
And
solution.
then the adult will take care of it.
No, the adult didn't do
Be
absolutely
that
nothing.
way. Be that way then.
No, the adult didn't
I have
do
other things to
absolutely
do too, because they're adults. If these are children, you go differently. But these are adults, so you go, fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll do something. If you don't like it, then hey.
So nothing really changed.
No.
Then you didn't solve anything. You want.
I didn't say I did. I didn't say I solved
Gotcha.
it. I didn't say I solved it. I said I took care of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? It took care of it. What more do you want?
Now I'm interested in what
I'll
really
take half the
happened.
show. I'll take half the show.
No.
No, I'm not
Because
gonna
it
take
doesn't do your listener justice that you're sitting here and the kind of person that you are, that you're so outgoing, and yet you're hiding the person that they want to hear. I think that's bullshit, and that's a cop-out for your listeners. That you would sit here and you would talk all the shit and make everybody laugh, yet when you get uncomfortable, you shut down. If this is the case...
No, it's
wait,
not a
wait,
matter
wait,
of
wait,
being
wait,
uncomfortable.
wait.
It's not a matter of
If
being
that's the
uncomfortable.
case-
I respect people's private lives, and it's like,
that
I'll
is
generalize.
comfortable.
Here's how you do it. You give them different names. You don't
Okay.
tell what part of your family it is.
All right.
You
So-
say,
okay,
So,
so-
how many
okay,
brothers and sisters do you have?
I
Dominic,
have two-
Alvarez.
I have two
Yes.
brothers.
Two brothers. He has two
brothers.
brothers, and their names are
No.
Jimmy and Joe.
No. He
Actually,
has-
that's a right
he has
one of
8
them, right?
brothers.
Yeah, that's a right.
He has 8 brothers and sisters, and you don't know.
And then you
it's
got a
not
middle
them
name
we're
of
talking
another
about.
person.
It's
You
their,
actually,
it's
in
their
reality, you named one
cousin's
person.
cousins.
That's their
Joe.
first and last.
It's their cousin's
I'm not doing my
cousins
brother.
that we're going to be talking about.
You know,
So-
okay,
So it doesn't.
you're
have to
right.
be
I'm
about-
not saying you're wrong, and
Yeah.
yes, you are calling me out on my shit, and yes, it is making me.
I'm not
uncomfortable.
calling you out. I'm just telling you like it is.
You are calling him out.
Yeah. That's calling him out.
Hey, this is
Wait.
This is new Siasi
Wait.
talking to
I
you.
finally.
Fuck you. You are
Wait.
calling me out.
Wait a minute.
He's telling you to be you, though, because he
That's
knows who you are. and
This
you're
is who I am.
bluntly
I'm
honest, and we
respecting
love
the
that about
privacy,
you.
but I'm still telling the story. I'm
No,
telling the
no.
story.
Because
you got the gist.
You don't understand what that means. So it only works in your favor. Does that make sense? What you're
take
doing
the
just
whiskey
says only when it works for me that I can be out.
No,
I
that's
can be-
not that. No.
Wait.
No way.
Wait. You're not listening to listen. What you're saying is when I'm comfortable, we can go there. When I'm uncomfortable, we're not going there.
Again,
Wait.
I could tell it. I'm not. I respect my family's privacy as far as that goes. As far as names go, I'm telling you everything.
You don't have to have names. Doesn't have to be there. We all know who your brothers are.
No, it's not, it has nothing to do with my brothers.
And we all know your family. Who your family?
Okay.
Good. So it wasn't that bad.
Life. It's just life. I'm whining like it's actually important. It's just life.
It is important. We all go through these stories.
It's not compared to what Siaosi went through with the double lung transplant.
That's
nothing.
But let's talk about.
It's perspective. No, it's perspective.
We're going
it's
back
just
to what,
I have no right to complain about that. I really don't.
Well, but you did make it important enough to stress you out. It wasn't important to you.
It's just me and my wife.
Stop beating around the bush and just say it was important to you at the moment, and that's why you're angry.
Sure.
What does that mean? Is that a yes or a no?
Sure.
Were you stressed out? Did you make?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
it
I was
was
stressed
important.
So
So
it was
don't
important.
downgrade
Yeah,
that what you're talking about, and don't pretend like you're Mr. Superman.
No.
Still feelings
I'm
and
just saying
shit.
I have a good grip of reality. That problem, my quote unquote problem, is nothing compared to what you went through,
No,
right?
no, because mine was
What do you mean
physical.
no?
Wait
What do
a
you
minute.
mean no? What do
There's
you
a
mean no?
difference in the physical and in the psychological part of it. Understand that?
Physical is very real though, Siaosi.
No. But once again, that's something we can all deal with if we have to. But up here, it's a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Up here in your mind is a lot worse, more stress. Right?
Sure.
Because if I broke my leg, I broke my leg.
Yeah, it'll heal.
It will heal, right?
You get wood and,
Yeah.
and all that
Because
stuff.
my mind is still right. But if my mind is broken down and it's stressing me out, that's a whole different level.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
Whole different level.
My perspective was, let's just take you for example. I didn't have a double lung transplant. That's stressful. And so I'm like, my problems or my family problems are nothing compared to that.
Let me.
That's just my
Okay, so
perspective.
let me give you my take
that
on
mine? Where's
what I
mine?
went through.
Yeah, that's
Here's my
yours.
take.
This is
Oh,
mine?
we were just
Okay,
sharing.
okay.
My take on what I went through is the psychological problems and what my wife and my kid had to deal with. Because the physical part that I was going to do was easy. And let me tell you why it was easy. All I had to do was get sick and lie down and let everybody take care of me. It's those that stayed up night and day and think about what's happening to me up here, that I worried about. For me to lie down and die was the easiest part. It's those that I leave behind up here that I need to make sure that they're okay. Because I know in my heart that is this part that allows me to live or that is going to pull me down. So the physical part is nothing compared to what you have to go through up here.
Again, but I respect that and I hear what you're saying. But I don't know. I think what I went through was horseshit.
That's your perspective. You're telling me your perspective of life and what you went through in comparison to my perspective of what I went through.
I don't know. I think mentally that was fucking crazy what you went through.
No, because if you guys watch what I went through, to me was just I was living my life. It didn't stop me. It didn't stop me because I wanted
Alright.
to live.
Yeah.
I was training people even to the day that I was called for my transplant. I was still training people. So the physical part is I can deal with, but the mental part, I can't. And that's why I had to go search somewhere else, and that's why I had a person talk to me about growing up here.
So you knew you had to go. You were like, okay, physical's done,
Yeah.
but there's something, a void almost.
That void was me being stuck on me.
You were stuck on you?
Yeah, well, not in that sense.
Oh, okay.
Stuck on the way that I thought.
Oh,
the way
okay.
that
All right.
My
Yeah.
continues to think is what we talked about earlier. Is I constantly was thinking about what I was taught in the past and constantly living in that past.
It took all that.
Yeah,
Just it's
Right?
selfish.
it does.
Yeah. You went that. I mean, you want to talk about? I mean, people have crazy turns of their life. That's extreme turn. You went to the edge and said, "Okay, I need to reevaluate my life."
Well,
You know what I mean?
but then you have to reevaluate. If you don't evaluate your life to know what you've done and what you've gone through and what you're about to do next, then you really didn't live. You just kind of, like we talk about, you just kind of become average.
Yeah.
Just like everybody that wakes up in the morning, go to 9 to 5 job and come back and sit at home and do the same thing over and over and over again. I did that for 45 years.
Oh.
I woke up just like everybody, did exactly what I was taught to do, and never thought of up here.
I never
outside of
thought
it.
you were an ordinary person, though.
Yeah.
Your perspective.
Yes, your underlings. You were a He-Man. You were a Superman. We were like, holy shit! Like
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
at the halal. Like it doesn't matter what time of the day it was. I mean, whether you had a 9 to 5 or anything. I'm trying to just turn his back
Yeah,
on to
yeah.
him, like But I was like, dude, he was there. The halal was our sanctuary.
Yeah.
It was Salsi was there, and when he wasn't there, we just did it. We just did Salsi's teachings. But like, I don't know. I don't think you were ever kind of ordinary.
In my mind, I was. In the way
In
that I
his
lived
mind.
has always been ordinary. Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
again, it's your perspective of me that makes
Yeah.
you allow you to be who I am. So in other words, you only know me for what I've done in a short period of time.
Sure.
You created that picture for me.
Yeah.
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 You go to another person that is dancing now. What they see of me is a completely different person.
Oh, man.
So you only know me for that person that I allow you to be in my life.
Right. Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So you know me as a 35-year-old guy.
Yeah. So
And that's why when I come back to which guy do you want to talk to?
oh, that is so crazy because now like when I see you with your clients and stuff like that, it's almost like how I see my parents with my children. I'm like, that's not the same person. That is what Bill Cosby said. That's the person that wants to get into heaven now. Okay, that's not the one that grew up with. No fucking way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's
You know
what I'm
I mean?
talking
It's like,
about.
well, see, it's funny because my, daddy issue came out when you were like, the old Salsi came out, and I went, I'm so much more comfortable with that though. This is weird, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's weird.
Which
But
person
I
do
was
you wanna
so
talk to?
I love the Salsi now. I love the Salsi then. I love you like that. You in your
Yeah.
entirety, and
Just-
and I can only say for myself.
Wait. He's got something so
Yeah, he's just.
God
Yeah,
damn it,
oh
Trevor.
my God. He's just really.
say something.
Well, I think the way to really kind of describe it is like, his perception on life before, was more narrow. Like kind of if you're squinting real tight and you're not really seeing
It's called the binocular
everything that is there. And now he's not like saying he was regretting all this stuff or regretting anything.
No,
he's
no,
just
no,
his
no, no,
eyes
no,
are
no.
open much bigger, and that's
So he smokes
that's what he's
weed,
trying-
man.
No.
He takes advantage of these new lungs, man. He goes to the third dimension, man.
Let me just tell you. You
So,
have,
Salsi, I thought of this while I was
wait
going
a
pee-pee.
minute. You have.
Wow. did you just go there?
Sure did.
I was
I'm gonna
just
let
about
all your
to finish.
hey, all you raw-minded people, I know you respect him, but you don't know him, baby. I know Salsi. So like I was going pee-pee, and I wanted to ask you a question. So we're telling you all these stories about what we did behind your back, and Kaleo instructor and our shenanigans. What did you do behind our back as Mr. Salsi Godlike Van Mao? One story. One. Come on, tell us something.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
outside the
seriously.
room waiting
Because
for you.
again, like you took that bedroom, like literally. I'm not even joking. He got the room farthest from us, but yet he stayed outside our bedroom almost every time. So what did you do, all sneakily behind our back or something like that?
Here's a trick. The trick for me.
No, I don't give a fuck about your tricks. What is your story? I want to know
Here's my
like in
story.
San Jose or Merced or some shit like that. Don't think too hard. Tongue ain't good at that.
There was no trick.
Okay,
I
so
was
where's the trick?
simply-
Okay, so the trick. What
So-
trick? What?
In my mind, once again, we're going back. It's just in my mind. In my mind, on the way I want you guys to think of me. So I want you guys to think certain way of
So your
who I am.
image.
So it was all about the image,
Yeah.
right? I'm at this age, and I want these boys to see me as such.
God.
Was it?
Just call it what it is. He said God. Okay.
No, because God wouldn't sit in front of your door. God would just let you be.
He locked that motherfucker and put Cerberus on that bitch, the 3-headed dog. He'd be like, yeah, God's going to bed. God's going to go take a little nappy poo.
I'm gonna take
you
a
finish
nap.
those goddamn costumes, okay? And don't use my name in vain. That's what's... You're right, you son of a bitch underling. So what did you do then?
Well, believe it or not, I went back to my room in times when you guys thought I was mad. I went to sleep.
We over here stressing.
Oh my God! We
Look,
were
okay,
stressed out so
let
bad.
me get back to that. Once again, I had to play the mind game.
Yeah.
Because if I can get every single person, every single one of you to think the same way, then we are all accomplished. We need to get something done.
Yeah.
Because if I let the individual run around doing absolutely what you want to do,
Yeah.
then we get nothing done.
Yeah, you had this thing like even when we dance, and there was always like the parents watching outside, and we would just real quick, we would dance, and you were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You'd call us out like, "What are you doing?" We got distracted. Then they did their job, and I didn't do mine, and it was like, "Whoa, holy shit!" Like it was mind blowing. So yeah. So on that,
Moana.
Moana.
Mana.
Well, you have to understand. I mean, when you guys are up on the stage, this goes back to
This is like 15 years ago.
yeah,
More.
But it goes back to my job and other people's job is to distract you, so that way when you're in front of hundreds of people, when you're in front of 100 people, you're focused on what you're doing. It becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
call it
that's
the
why I say it.
blackout.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Because-
it was the blackout. It was the
Yeah.
greatest thing. And we'd go on stage. I'd take my first couple steps. I hit my mark.
And you're done.
I don't remember a thing. I remember coming back tired as hell.
Yeah.
I'm like,
went
my side. My side always hurt for some reason. Like I'd put everything into it, I guess. I'd be like, oh, my back inside hurts.
So, but let me just go back. When I was dancing before Uncle Mark, it was just dancing. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Those
oh, yeah, yeah,
emotions
just
of
show. It's a
it
stage,
was showing, and there was not a lot of mind game that went into it.
Yeah.
But it was Uncle Mark that taught me that part of it. Yeah? If your focus in what you're doing and nothing else in front of you distracts you, because you're solely focused
Yeah.
and you're one with what you're doing, you're one with his voice, and you're one with the ipu. With Sally.
It was a privilege. I mean, not a lot of people can black out. I mean, it really was. You don't remember what you did on stage. I blacked out, and I couldn't tell you a dance from anything. If you showed me a video, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's my body.
That's it.
I have no idea what I did. I don't remember if I messed up, if I did perfect, if nothing, not one
Improv.
thing. Improv, nothing.
And we
not one
talked a
thing.
lot about that in those days.
Yeah.
That you're not going to remember what happened once it starts. You come out huffing and puffing. That's all you can see, right?
That was terrible.
Because no, but
That's what I
done
work-
its part.
yeah,
Because
no,
it's so-
yeah. Oh, God.
Because you're so in tune what you're doing with the chanting and with hoa
Yeah.
that you simply muscle memory kicks in,
dude.
right?
Oh,
So,
shit. Don't
but
be pulling out names like
Yeah.
that. God damn it.
but when I was learning from him, he had explained that same thing to me.
That's so crazy.
Right?
You had it explained to you?
He had explained that to
We
me.
didn't
had to
have that
figure that
such
shit out.
fucking luxury there, Salsy.
Have to figure that
He had-
shit out.
He had
Not
explained that to
only
me, right?
figure it out, not only do we have to figure it out, it just fucking happened. And it happened. I was like, I think I got raped. Because my ass hurts. My soul hurts. I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm just saying something bad happened to me on stage, and I don't appreciate it.
This guy.
Okay? I don't appreciate what Salsy did to me. Okay?
You did that
Idiot.
all to yourself.
Dude, but look, I think what we're going to sum it up to is trust. We trusted you. You trusted us. No. But we had a symbiotic relationship.
That's it.
And it worked. For some ungodly reason, it worked. You pushed us beyond any possible mentality that we can ever fathom on ourselves as a 16, 17, 18-year-old. We're like, dude, what? Now what? Now what? And then you go, I mean, I'm only assuming here. And I think it's just like, they can. They can and they will, because I won't let them have anything less. You know what I mean? I think it's very symbiotic, you know?
So when you sit back and you look back at all the guys that came in, you guys all had a broken home,
Huge.
right?
I think
You
not only was
all
it big,
had a
it was
broken
just
home.
it was strong. It was intertwined.
But the dynamic of the people, of the
Dynamic.
boys
That's what I want. Yeah.
that was there were all broken homes, and I understood that.
This is where I get awkward. I got both
Right.
parents.
He didn't come from. He's a silver
No,
spoon.
majority of you guys. I'm saying
Yeah, yeah,
majority
yeah,
of you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
that
yeah,
walked
yeah.
in all came from a home.
You
that
had
was
a
broken.
very father figure
It
like
was like coming from one of the broken homes.
Yeah.
Like it you embraced us like with the way you were teaching and the way you just like mentored us and just you had a father figure about you that drew like you drew us to you. Like damn, like I want to be here all the time. You know?
But I finally understood that because somebody had told me, and I said I don't want that responsibility. But
Well,
when
you
I-
don't want it. You don't want it, but you.
I
you
didn't want
got
it. Because, once again, like somebody had told me that you know the kids are watching, and I said I don't want to be that person. I just want to be me and enjoy myself, just like what you're saying,
Yep.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then when I realized that the kids that was walking in, majority of them all had broken homes, then I knew then that I had to do something different
Click, right?
to make sure that you guys stuck around, and that's where it became a safe haven. It became a safe haven because
I
of
don't
all
know
those.
about safe, but
Well, no,
I'm
think
joking,
about it.
I'm joking.
Okay, think about it.
Yeah.
You guys were the one that actually made Kaleo Nalani. In terms of the way that it is at this moment, it became a safe haven.
Wow, that's pretty
Okay.
heavy.
So-
You think so?
Well, dude,
Okay, think
a
about
lot
it.
of-
I mean, that's pretty high
I-
praise. I mean,
It is high
I mean,
praise,
maybe I'm self-deprecating,
Dominic?
but I'm like, I don't.
Dominic, it's not about you at this moment.
Yeah,
Not
man.
me. It was just
not about
well, my
you all
peers,
the time.
Me and my peers. I'm like,
but
damn,
no,
that's pretty
no,
heavy.
Okay, once again,
right?
we go
That's
back
pretty
to
heavy to hear.
because once again we go back to because of all of those that actually walked in and that you guys all had broken homes. I knew that I had to create a safe haven. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kaleo Nalani became a safe haven for every single person because it had to be.
Yeah.
So can I tell a quick story? So Rich and I one night when we were of age and
So
we were-
16.
yeah, sure. 17. So Friday night, Saturday night, we had nothing to do. Everybody's doing something. Mike's doing something. Somebody's doing something. So we go, hey, let's hang. All right, cool. I go to Rich's house and let's do something. What do you want to do? Well, I don't want to be here. All right, let's go somewhere. Where do you want to go? Well,
My
we,
house.
we can go to the, no, we can go to the halal. Okay. So we go to the halal or the School of Teaching hula. We park, but we park like a couple rows back, more towards the 7-Eleven than it was the studio. And we drank beer all night. Not one glimpse of us came out of that truck. So you want to talk about safe haven? I mean, we had nothing to do, but we were just drinking beer. And we're like, hey, we should. No, you shouldn't. Stuff that shit right back in your pants because I'm not going anywhere near that fucking door. All right? No, I mean you use that word safe haven. You had to create that, and that one night that we didn't want to be home, but we wanted to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And where's that place we wanted to be?
Yeah.
It was the halal. We didn't want Siaosi to see us, but we wanted to
We
be
wanted a place.
somewhere.
So we go back to that, and that's what I have from ever since that. That's what we tried to have. It's a constant place for people to be.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like
Kudos.
you kept
Constant
a lot of us off the street. I mean, like we were all like a couple of us. I can no names, but a couple of us were like in the street and like just doing wrong shit. But when it came to like the halal, like you kept us there. You were like gave us a reason. Like man, I ain't gonna go do that dumb
Get
shit.
out,
I'm
get
a.
back in here.
I know.
That was a myth. That's what
See,
worked.
Here's another story. So one night,
Hey, are we
one
gonna
night-
end this
one
or we
night-
just keep
one
going
night-
story
no,
over
we did-
story and
no,
stories
This
and
is good.
stories?
This is good. This is. I'm like, I suppressed all this because my daddy issues. But no, so
What issues?
one night, me and Rich, we were just like pretty hammered.
Why is every story you and Rich?
I know.
Why could it be with
he
like
had
somebody
the
else?
only car, Salsie. he had
was
a
the only
Forerunner, and
transportation.
he had a Forerunner, and he brought 16
Hey,
people.
me and
with him.
Dominic could have jumped in my Nikes and we, but
So
Jumped
so
in
we,
your
we,
Nikes.
we, were, we were drinking. We're having a good time. One person who shall be named was high, and you asked us to dance, and we're like, we were very forward with you. We're like, okay, we're not really of the mind, and you're like, you're gonna do it. I'm like, all right. So we did it, and someone caught it on video, and you're like, this one's drunk. That one's stupid. You put it to me. You're like, that one's stupid. And this one's high. What the fuck am I going to do with these guys? And we're like, that's a great question for another time. Ruined our buzz, that's for sure. Because the 400 squats came afterwards.
all in all, you like throughout
See, I
the
see,
years, you made a
create-
big impact on
you
all
know,
of us.
and I applaud you for taking this class to discover oneself. But let me
was
tell
that?
you. Let me
If
just.
only
let
people
me be
can
the-
see what you
I
just
know.
did. I
Not
have
live
no
anymore.
idea what that was.
Yeah.
What,
It's
can
a,
you
it's a
describe
go. It's
that
a
little-
go fuck yourself.
He did a call-
clap.
he did
But
a
let me
golf
tell you
clap
something.
and then
Let me
a
just tell you
shoe.
peer to peer for a second, and I'm gonna tell you student to mentor. I appreciate what you did. You helped make me the man I am today towards my wife and children. As a student, you've helped usher me into manhood, and again, being the man and father that I am today. And it's all because of you. So let me just say, if somebody told you, if you heard, if you ever self-doubted yourself, that part of your brain you should get rid of. and that's stupid, because you have woven a foundation of friendship and
man.
collaboration that no one can buy with this kind of money. So thank you, Sialsi. I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate you for being you. And yes, I will stick to my guns. I appreciate you for being the one 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and 5 years ago. And to now.
And speaking of woven, physically woven eyebrow baskets out of somebody's eyebrows. I mean, but
Rest in peace,
part of
my
my
brother.
eyebrow is still missing a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
So, Sialsi, if ever you are in doubt of anything in your life, whether it be penile or muscle,
What's a penile?
if you have to ask what's a penile,
He's in
Never
denial.
mind. Never mind. I
I
get
would
it.
like to know, Dominic, what is the penile? You got
Dominic,
it.
you got
baby.
your
Elaborate
own
on
mind,
that.
man.
So, seriously, this class could never teach you what I'm about to say. I appreciate you. I love you. This class cannot teach you the appreciation that I have for you. And I dare speak for my colleagues and your students and your friends. Thank you very much.
Yes,
You've
thank
done
you.
very well.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And back on to me. Now, how great am I, Sialsi?
This guy. I swear.
I got the crickets outside. I'll put them on.
Mike! Where can you get a hold of us, Mike?
Man, you can hit
That
us
was
up
a good
on
one. I got the
crickets
mod4up
outside
at
for you.
gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Get at Sia on at Ramana Fitness. Also,
com.
RamanaFitness.com. And you can also, if you interested in dancing or whatnot, look up Kaleo Nalani. Do you guys have a Facebook?
Yeah.
Kaleo Nalani on Facebook.
And they have, if you go to Ramana Fitness, Ramana Fit on Instagram, you can hit them up with any kind of inquiries, any kind of questions. Sialsi is very much an open book. Yes, I know the Sialsi of old, and I really appreciate the Sialsi of new coming out to our show and putting himself out there and calling me out on my shit. It's been a long time since people have done that, and I'm cool with that. But that's why I feel I have a good foundation. I'm bringing it back to me as usual. But yes, Ramana Fit on Instagram, Ramana Fitness on Facebook. You can go to ramanafitness.com, check out anything and everything that you want to get out of your comfort zone. Sialsi will take you there with slippers or not.
Make sure you speak to the razors out there. www.worldwideweb. That's what it sounds. That's what it means. www. That's what the
Why is he
www
here?
means. I was just telling you guys what it meant. That's what the www means.
Thank you.
The three W's. That's what it means, dude.
God
World
damn it.
Wide Web. Dot Razor. Rwana Fitness.
That's nowhere.
Is it
That's
Ramana?
nowhere
Ramana?
near true at all. That's not going on my show. I'm
We're
editing
cutting that
all of
shit
out.
That is funny.
So,
But, yeah,
mod4up at gmail.com. Anywhere that's a somewhere you can find us. mod4up. Ramana Fit. RamanaFitness.com. Sialsi very much. Thank you so much for
Yes,
being on the
thank
show.
you.
I appreciate you hitting me up. I texted you, but you called me.
Yeah.
And I think that can show you guys the level of love and appreciation he has for me and me and me. So thank you, Sassy, for being here. Trevor, you're a fuck. Mike, thank you for being here and sticking by my side. There was a couple times under the table
you
when
holding his hand?
Sassy was digging
you
into me, and
holding
I had
his
to hold. I was like,
We held hands. I had to rub his back. a
oh
little
my
bit.
god,
boy.
I had to fake.
I don't think that was his hand.
I had to fake a pee break. I had to fake. It got so real. I had to fake a pee
Wow.
break.
He went and cried in the car.
Anywhere that's somewhere you can find us, RonMondaFit.com, MOD4UP, gmail.com, MOD4UP. You know where to go.
Bada
Thank you
bing.
guys for being here. Thank you, Sassy, for being here. Trevor, for being here. Mike, thank you for being here. Anything else?
Nope.
I'll catch you
Bada boom.
cats later.
Peace out.